Gene Baradelli back behind enemy lines here at the Value Voters Summit. I have the pleasure right now of speaking with possibly the next senator from the state of Arizona, Alex Meluskey. Thank you for coming on the show with us today. Standing here as we're standing in the shadow of Ben Carson, by the way. You see the crowd that had gathered over here before when he was just sitting down to say hi to some people. It was crazy.
Yeah, the good doctor's right in front of us. If I tilt my head around the corner and move away from the mic, I can see him. But, Gene, thank you so much for having me.
I'd rather talk to you anyway, because to me, you have one of the most intriguing races in the nation coming up. And John McCain was here earlier. I got a chance to get a few words from him. And the tenor of his discussions were, first we talked about Boehner's resignation. What was your reaction to hearing about that?
Hip, hip, hooray.
Short, sweet, to the point. I kind of like that. He was kind of shocked. He was surprised by it. Is this really anything surprising to you?
Actually, it was surprising to me. I thought he might have put up some sort of a fight in the next election cycle, but maybe this is just his way. He might have other alternative reasons for backing away. Maybe he's going to back somebody and put somebody in. We called J.D. Winteregg right away after this came out, because I know he's running against John Boehner again.
You are now facing the face of the establishment wing of the party now that John Boehner is gone. Isn't that fair to say?
It's close to say. We're thinking here after the presidential election cycle, the primaries on both sides, that this is the biggest race in the nation.
I absolutely agree. John McCain also talked about Donald Trump for a second. I know that he's been weighing in on presidential candidates. I'm sure you have your opinion as well. He seemed to be surprised that Donald Trump's been, forgive the term, trumping the experts and the pundits by sustaining his lead over this time. Does Donald Trump's support surprise you in any way?
No, not really. I mean, I believe that the people are sick of misrepresentation or a broken moral compass, as I say, from the establishment. They do not feel represented as people, and that's what they're supposed to have, a representative government of the people, for the people, and it's not the case.
Are you feeling the same sort of bubbling anger and frustration with government as you're on the trail that Donald Trump has been kind of keying into?
It definitely does not hurt that Donald Trump is out there and he's waking people up. I have a different demeanor than Donald Trump. It's not to say that I don't agree with anything he's saying necessarily. We just have a different demeanor. But he's absolutely helping wake up America, I believe. And that's so vital in this election cycle, for the presidential cycle, and for all the other races around the country.
Now, the other thing I keep hearing from establishment types is that we have to reunite the party, reunite a fractured party, bring us back together, reunite. It doesn't feel like that they're coming to the people. I feel like they are demanding the people come to them. Where do you stand on this? Are you more of a grassroots guy, or you find yourself to be more of a, I don't want to say establishment type, but let's go there. Yeah, establishment type. Where do you see yourself in the whole line of this dichotomy here?
I'm one of the people. I've never run for political office before, and I'm only doing it now because I will not return this country to a worse place than I was received. It was given to me as I thought a beautiful country when I was born in 1967, once I could understand it. I'm not happy with the direction, but as far as the people coming to the party, no. The party needs to go back to the Constitution. They need to follow the Constitution. They need to take that oath and mean it and stand up for it every single time. They need people that will fight for them and fight for their country. That's what we need to do if we're elected, because you know what? Our rights are given to us by God. As an elected official, as a U.S. senator, they will be given to me by the people, and that's who I will represent.
You know, I've always been fascinated by politics in Arizona because you do have probably the most extreme on both end, battle going on within your own state. You have a really, really conservative streak in a lot of people. I think you see in law enforcement, and especially, we talked about the immigration issues that were there a couple of years back. But then you also have John McCain and his view, which seems to be more of an old world view, not really a 21st century view. Do you feel that Arizona is a split state right now when it comes to conservative versus Republican, let's say?
Well, we are a state with our largest voters block is the independents. So
that definitely answers that, then, doesn't it?
Yeah, I think so.
The good thing about independent voters, though, is that they actually pay attention to issues of concern. So what's the issues that you feel that Arizona is facing right now that are most important to the voters?
In Arizona, the issues I think that really have a big issue at stake with our voters, rights of the state to make the right of how they will handle their educational values, the big issues of Common Core, which is something that I can't stand. So the Department of Education getting out of their woods and letting the states' rights decide there. Our border policies, we have no border, and John McCain promised to build a dang fence. last time around, and he never did. So if you're going to promise something, don't you do your darnest to make it happen, or at least show the people that you are out there trying to get it done, even if you're running into your own walls, pun intended. And then our veterans. Our veterans is another huge group that needs our support. And McCain, as an ex-veteran, I would have thought would have done a lot more. I mean, I'm not saying that the VA system is a complete mess, but our veterans are supposed to have the best that we can offer. And that's not getting done, and that's atrocious and unacceptable to me.
Obviously, greater accountability is needed with the Veterans Administration when it comes to helping our veterans. I totally agree with that. So now, campaign's off and running. Obviously, we want people to support you. We're kind of a grassroots show. Even though we're from the People's Republic of New York City, we do have a lot of donors in our area. That's kind of where, we are the nation's ATM when it comes to politics, right? So let's talk about, give everybody your elevator speech right now. Tell them where they can donate, where they can find you online, social media, all that fun stuff.
Well, my name is Alex Meluskey. I believe that on a federal level, for you out there in New York, that our national security is a major, major issue. You can go visit my website. You can find more about my issues, understand why I believe in a one-state solution, understand why I believe in our missile defense system being put up, because we have no protection on the eastern seaboard, and the western Alaska is at fault too, I believe. There's so many issues. You can go visit my website at meluskey.com, meluskey.com, and you can go there, you can contribute, you can share the information with your friends. Just learn more about me. I've always believed in having skin in the game and earning your support. So if there's anything I can do to help you, you let me know.
Without a doubt, the most important race other than the President of the United States coming down the pipe to us. Alex, thanks for coming on the show. We really appreciate it, and we'll get the word out.
Gene, thank you so much.